Welcome to Pro Wheel House, the channel where we take you on a journey through the world of legendary vehicles. Today, we are stepping back in time to explore the Ford Model T, a car that changed not only the auto industry but also the way people lived, traveled, and worked. Known as the car that put the world on wheels, the Model T remains one of the most important inventions in automotive history. The birth of the Model T. The Ford Model T was first introduced on October 1, 1908, by the Ford Motor Company. Henry Ford's vision was simple yet revolutionary: to create an automobile that was affordable, reliable, and efficient for the average American. Before the Model T, cars were considered luxury items for the wealthy, but Ford wanted to change that perception. The Model T was priced at just $850 at its debut, far less than competing cars of the era. This affordability, combined with its practical design, instantly made it attractive to middle-class families and farmers across the United States. Revolutionary assembly line production. One of the most groundbreaking aspects of the Model T wasn't just the car itself but the way it was produced. Henry Ford introduced the moving assembly line in 1913, which allowed workers to specialize in single tasks. This innovation reduced the time it took to build a Model T from more than 12 hours to just about 90 minutes. This production method slashed costs and allowed Ford to lower prices even further, eventually selling the Model T for as little as $260 in the 1920s. The efficiency of the assembly line not only changed the automobile industry but also reshaped modern manufacturing across multiple sectors worldwide. Engineering and design features. The Ford Model T was designed for simplicity and durability. Powered by a 2.9-liter inline four-cylinder engine, it produced about 20 horsepower and had a top speed of 40 to 45 miles per hour. While modest by today's standards, this performance was impressive for the early 20th century. The Model T used a planetary gear transmission controlled by foot pedals, which was different from the manual gearboxes we are familiar with today. It also ran on gasoline, kerosene, or even ethanol, making it versatile in areas where fuel availability was limited. Perhaps most importantly, the Model T was built tough. Its high ground clearance and strong steel frame made it capable of handling rough, unpaved rural roads, which were common at the time. This ruggedness made it a favorite among farmers, workers, and families living outside cities. Cultural impact. The arrival of the Model T transformed American society. By the 1920s, 1 out of every 2 cars on the road was a Model T. It gave millions of people newfound mobility, enabling them to travel farther for work, visit family, and explore new places. The Model T also influenced infrastructure. As more people began driving, governments invested in better roads and highways. Rural communities became more connected, and global reach. The success of the Model T wasn't limited to the United States. Ford established factories overseas in countries like England, Canada, and even Argentina. The Model T became a global symbol of progress, providing affordable transportation to people all over the world. By the end of its production in 1927, more than 15 million units had been sold, making it one of the best-selling cars of all time. For decades, this record remained unbeaten until the Volkswagen Beetle eventually surpassed it. Legacy of the Model T. Although production ended in 1927, the legacy of the Model T continues to live on. It wasn't just a car, it was a social revolution. The Model T redefined the automobile as a product for everyone, not just the elite. It laid the foundation for mass production techniques still used today and proved that cars could be accessible to ordinary people. Collectors and automotive enthusiasts still treasure the Model T. Museums, vintage car clubs, and restorers around the world keep its history alive, showcasing it as more than a machine. It is a symbol of innovation, determination, and the American dream. Conclusion. The Ford Model T remains one of the most important vehicles ever created. It democratized driving, revolutionized production, and changed the course of history. From rural farmlands to bustling cities, it gave people the freedom to move and dream bigger than ever before. At Pro Wheel House, we celebrate icons like the Model T because they remind us that the automobile is more than transportation, it's a force for change.